Starting.
Hello.
Namaste, salam, Sat Sri Akal, good evening to all my viewers worldwide. Today I have a very special guest. Can you guess her? She is Amber Garibay. So I like to introduce a very special guest from right the world, Amber Garibay. She is a business owner. She does photography for business, and she's also writing a book. And I think she is almost finishing that book. It's the last page she needs to write now. And then she's also a health freak. It's over to Amber. Amber, would you please serve to my audience? And first of all, let me welcome you. Like
I thought you already did.
my book, Exploring with Kapil.
Yes, today we're exploring. What are we exploring? Can you hear me now?
Right now,
You want to know what I was researching this morning? Can you hear me? Where did you go?
I can hear you.
So this morning I was researching Cleopatra.
Or younger sister or elder sister?
Cleopatra? You know who Cleopatra is. Please tell me that you know.
Or elder sister?
Do you know that Cleopatra killed her sister? Killed her sister and she married her brother. Can you hear me now? We've got the best connection.
I'll have to refresh my.
You today. I see you.
Talking about Cleopatra. So I understand so far is like be one full woman ever lived. Am I?
You're breaking up a little bit, so I can hear you, and then you were.
That she was the most full woman.
I keep losing you. You're like in the middle of a sentence talking, and all of a sudden we lose our connection.
Is it okay if you refresh your browser?
Absolutely. Ready?
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Now, is it okay?
Yes, it is. Right this moment. It's great.
Yes. So we were talking about Cleopatra. Like she is supposed to be the most beautiful woman ever lived.
That's not true. That is not true because so I'm watching a documentary is what she was. She was really good at seducing men. But historians have gone through and like taken her depiction and done, computer generated graphics. I guess she was not all that beautiful. Is what she was especially talented in knowing how to manipulate other people.
Okay. So you bring the other self of Cleopatra. So I was like, you're her elder sister.
Oh my goodness gracious. You're gone again. Come back to me. I can't hear you.
Just refresh your browser.
Okay. I love technology so much.
Yeah, we are the adopters, early adopters, and early adopters have these issues.
Yeah, it is what it is. I'm just glad to be able to have the opportunity in the first place to connect with people like you.
So we were just trying to find out, like, what do you do? What's your story so far?
Oh, my story is really long. That's why I'm writing a book. my story is really long and
So
very.
we don't. Go ahead, tell us your story.
Oh,
Just thought of-
this isn't really the platform that I want to tell my story. Again, that's part of why I'm choosing to write a book, because I want to be able to put together my thoughts in a way that paint a picture to the bigger picture of what I want to say. And that's more complicated than a live interview. That being said, if you ask me something specific about my life, and then that might be a little more helpful as far as giving direction, because my life is long. I've been here for 40 years. What part of my life would you like to know about?
I can be like, okay, we're more. I'm right now more concerned with your professional life, so I would like to know, like, how did you start your photography business? I think you've been there for 13 years.
13
That's a
years.
long time. So tell my audience, like, about your business venture, because not many people go in businesses. We want more people to go into something about that.
And here's the thing: it's not difficult to start a business. Starting a business is actually fairly easy, but you do have to immerse yourself in the business. And so what I mean by that is, when I decided I wanted to be a business owner, it kind of went like this. I was going to college I was a psychology major in college. My original plan was that I wanted to go get my bachelor's degree, and I wanted to spend my life helping people with mental issues or family problems, etc. I wanted to spend my life helping people. But it was interesting, because as I was studying psychology, the more that I learned, the more that I really had a problem with the business side of psychology, meaning you have to put a label on everybody so that they're eligible for things like insurance and medication, etc. And I had a hard time with the ethics. So I was like, okay, well, this isn't what I want to do. What do I want to do? And there really wasn't any subject in college that interests me, other than the fact that I really enjoyed writing research papers, etc. That being said, while I enjoyed learning and I enjoyed college, it wasn't profitable. It was costing me money, and it was stressing me out. So I would lay in bed at night worried about money, trying to figure out what I was going to do next. And I decided I was going to start a business. And so I was like, okay, well, I'm going to start a business. What kind of business would I start? What am I good at? And at the time, I wasn't really good at anything that I knew of. I had a camera. I had a daughter that I was taking pictures of all the time. I still have the same daughter. She's just much older. And I was taking pictures of her, and I decided that I was going to start a photography business. I decided I was going to start a photography business, but I didn't know anything about business, and I didn't know anything about even my camera. That being said, I'm one of those people, when I make up my mind that I'm going to do something, I will figure it out. And so what I did is I got on the internet and I started researching. I started Googling, who's the best photographer in the United States? Who's the best photographer in the world? Best photographer in California, best photographers in Washington. And I would do these Google searches, and I would look at their work of the other photographers, and which were the ones that to me jumped out as truly the best of the best, and which ones were amateur. And from there, I was kind of able to mold and teach myself just by following the best people in the industry. It's been a long journey, for sure it has. And I've been rambling on a lot.
I reintroduce my guest to the audience. Meanwhile, can I request you, Amber, this broadcast on your page as well? I have like shared on my page, it automatically comes in. So I'll reintroduce, and you can go share. So
Absolutely.
I'll reintroduce. We are with Garibay today. We are with her, trying to find out, trying to explore what she does, what's her profession, and what's her future plan. She's writing a book as well. So yes. So about photography, like you've touched something about photography. So you had your camera and you started photographing.
Wait,
And
but I wasn't really passionate about photography. That's not what my passion was. I'm passionate about.
So you have another passion as well.
Well, people are my passion. I love people. That I guess
that's great.
Um, I'm also an artist. I like to create beautiful things, and so being creative is really important to me. So creating a business and creating a portrait or taking a picture, those are two very different things, but they're both art forms in themselves. I'm one of those people that likes to create something from nothing. I kind of live in abstract instead of concrete.
Okay, so I understand, like you have passion for people, and that's why I think I didn't before you went to psychology because you loved people.
Yeah.
Uh, Modern psychology, I call it psychology, is not helping people. There are alternate therapies like NLP or healing people. Like I have my guest, one of my guests, Rafia Arshad, on the show, and I recently did interview of her. She's a Reiki healer. So
yes. Chakra, energy and chakra, and yes, I have a dear friend who is studying Reiki right now, and she's very passionate about it. And for me, I love that there's a lot of alternative paths to the same goal. And what I mean by that is, for me, helping people means how can I help people be happy, healthy, and happy and healthy, those two things. And so she's able to do that through Reiki. Psychology as a profession was problematic for me because I didn't want to spend my time telling people that they were sick and mentally ill. I think that a lot of people go to the doctor because there's something wrong with them. And many of us people feel like that there's something wrong with us. And I don't necessarily think that that's the mindset that that a lot of professionals should approach. I think that teaching people how to embrace who they are, their strengths and their weaknesses in a positive way is kind of the direction that I would go into if I was a therapist.
Well, I background and about myself is like I'm whole, perfect, and complete because people, the society is hellbound. Uh, like education and trying to fix me up. But then I come from this background that I am whole, perfect, and complete. It's just I don't need anything to change. I had pressure change a lot because I am not up to the mark of the society. I'm kind of a rebellion, so I am a misfit in the society, which I am. So so how what do you like when you say you passion? In what way are you trying?
Wait, I lost you. I can't hear you. I couldn't hear
You'll have to refresh your browser, I suppose.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Tagan, tagan. La da 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 dum da dum.
So now can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? Gonna be such a beautiful day today. Dun 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 dun.
Today we are going to be live.
This Be Live today is tricky. We're having
There
the
is
worst
some
trouble.
interview again, so they can't stop us. We can have an interview again. They can't stop us.
No, they can't stop us. Well, maybe.
Okay. So I was asking you, like, how you said, like, people are you living that passion right now?
Am I currently living my passion? Wait, I can't hear you.
Yes, like,
Am I?
I'm asking you your passion. Like you said, people are your passion.
Yeah.
You want to. So how are you living that passion now?
Well, I'm living that passion through what I'm doing here on Facebook, also in the interactions that I have on an everyday basis with the people in my real life. And but I mean by real life are people that are close enough for me to see, touch, and be around. I spend a lot of time with friends and people that I care about at the gym or having good conversations. For me, growth and development and being my best self is kind of the direction that I'm on right now. And so surrounding myself with like-minded people is part of the way that I stay passionate about who I am and what I'm doing. I don't even know if you can hear me. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Well, that's wonderful.
I am one.
Here's the thing: are you making money as
I'm a trained coach. No, I'm not. I don't make money as coach as much. Like I am a lawyer, so I can make money over there.
How do you have time to do law and to do all the other stuff that you're doing?
Like again, passion. Like I'm passionate about our learning, so I do a lot of weird stuff. It's passion.
Got it. Well, and so at least you make enough money with your pursuits in law that you have the ability to have this free time, correct?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
See, for me, things my passion can get the best of me sometimes. And what I mean by that is that sometimes I try to do too many things all at once. And lately I've been trying to focus because, like you said, my book, when is my book ever going to be finished? Well, writing is my passion. But when I'm writing, what does it do? It takes me away from people because I can't be talking to people and focusing on writing a book. And so finding the balance of having the interactions and the relationships that I want to have, plus running a business, plus writing a book, plus having time for fitness. I don't always have time to do everything all at once. And lately, that seems the thing that gets neglected the most is my photography business, which is my ability to make a living at this point. Are you even listening to me?
Yeah.
Like right now, I'm getting a message from a client right now who's stressing out about her business, and she's like, "Please call me." And then I have 4 other emails that need to be answered, and then you know what I mean? It's just there's too much to do in a day.
To understand that, I had a long day today. I guess like why? My question would be straight to you as like, why are you doing so many things at a time?
Well, so my ultimate goal is to write and publish books that are extremely popular and successful so that I can have a product that I don't need to create over and over again. In other words, so with my photography business, I'm very successful in my photography business when I focus on my photography business. But I've been doing this business for 13 years, and I know what it takes in order to keep that business going at a successful rate, and that is all of my time and attention, period. And so one of the things that's happened for me over the last 5 years is that my priorities have slowly shifted. Now taking time for my health is a priority. Having time to do things and pursue other passions is a priority, like writing my book. And the things that I'm doing here on Facebook lately, as far as live interviews, etc., they're kind of, sometimes it feels like it's taking me away from my original goals. But at the same time, I also look at it like, obviously God has a plan for me, and these things are lining up the way that they're lining up because my life is supposed to be going in a different direction. I don't know where I'm ultimately going to end up. I do know that I'm not supposed to be spending all of my time sitting at home by myself in front of my computer. And that's what I do quite a bit.
Again, I'm asking you the same question coaches have to repeat sometime, and even lawyers have to repeat. So don't get irritated about that.
Irritated?
I'm still asking you. I ask you the same question. I'm still asking you, why are so many things?
Well, because right now it seems like, they're all things that I want to be doing.
I do understand you can multitask. That's fine. Still, are you able to balance these?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. I mean, I guess that's just it. Is like, really is what I should do is I should stop getting on Facebook every day. I should stop doing these live interviews. I should stop worrying about social media so that I can finish my first book. Then I should finish my first book, and then I should get back on social media, and then I should promote the book. And then as far as my photography business goes, I think I'm balancing that part enough. In other words, I have enough business that's coming in that it's paying my bills and keeping me afloat, but I am not going after it in a way that I'm trying to grow it and make it a bigger business like I had previously. In the past, I built my business up so that I had employees and people working for me, and it was nice because my business continued to run even if I wasn't in the business. But I think ultimately I'm wanting to do work that allows me to travel more, and my books are going to allow me the freedom that I want.
So what I see, like you talk about a lot about your book. So what is stopping you from finishing that book?
Because I want to tell a story that I'm afraid to tell, and I decided to not write it. I decided to write, it's based on my own true story. And I've been writing now for 5 years, and I have experimented with posting my truth on the internet, etc. And it's provocative, I guess is what I want to say, is like the more that I write, the more that my life changes, and I am afraid of the change. And I also am afraid of the ramifications and the repercussions of writing a story that's so personal and dear to my heart. You know, for example, I'm writing about love and my relationships and marriage and things like stress, money, sex, drugs, like all of those things that that are a part of life, but they're also personal, and they involve people in my life that are dear to me and that I care about. So how do I write a story in a way that's true, but still protects people that I want to protect?
I'll come back to that question, and I want to reintroduce you again. I have someone asking, like, who my guest today, Sajid Menon. So I'll just reintroduce again. Today I have a guest, Amber Garibay. She runs a successful photography business in US. All my viewers who are in US, if you want to get photographed, Amber Garibay is the person. And she's also writing a book. I think just the last page is left. She's not able to write the last page. So if someone can help her to write the last page, passionate about people. She likes to work with people. And we're just trying to discover her and trying to find out when she is her book and what is stopping her from. So tell us the story.
Are you going to read my book?
Send me the book.
I'll send you the prologue and the first 4 chapters.
Okay, go ahead.
You can tell me what you think.
Okay. No
do you like to read?
Lawyers are good proofreaders.
And you know what? Here's the thing: is there's I'm gonna need proofreading because I an animal eating prey and I spelled it wrong, and I hate it when I spell things wrong and I have typos. It makes me crazy. So it'll be nice to have your smart lawyer eyes reading my stuff.
Yeah, like yes, you a good businessman or woman is someone who. So I'm learning that too. But yeah, you can delegate proofreading, you can delegate other stuff, but complete the book, please.
Fine. And that means that I'm going to have to start saying no. You know what I mean? And I guess that's just it. Is like what to focus on, and how to prioritize so that you actually are hitting your goals and not spinning around in circles. And I'll be honest, I mean, I've been working towards completing this book for 5 years. That being said, I think I've needed the expanse of that time because I've continued to grow as a writer. I've continued to grow as a business person. And I don't know, I guess that for me, the timeline has been what I needed in order to succeed on the level that I want to. So I'm close. I am close, I promise. And then there's going to be a book too.
Example with you. What do you think a Bollywood movie, like in what time frame a Bollywood? Just a guess.
Well, all I know about Bollywood is that there's a lot of dancing in it. Okay. I don't even know. I mean, I don't really know very much about Bollywood. I think I've seen one Bollywood show, and it was the one Bollywood show that was popular in America. Which one was that? Bollywood? It was probably called Bollywood.
An example, so because I make up stories and examples. So a Bollywood film can be made in about 90 days, like starting and to the end, and that's because there are people you delegate the work out and get 90 days. So what is stopping you from writing a book? You just have to write. This is a long time.
I think the biggest thing that's stopping me from writing a book is that I still have to, right now writing the book isn't paying me. And so I still have to make a living, right? And so like right now I have a client that is trying to build a new business and she needs a website created and she also needs the content for her website created. And so guess what? I'm trying to, I just taught myself how to do web design too recently. I have to make a living. I guess that's just it. It's kind of like somebody that's going to college and they're working, several jobs to keep things going. I don't get the luxury of just being able to focus on one thing. Like, for example, another thing that's happened. So I started volunteering to teach people English on Facebook because I have free time, right? Lots of free time. No, I don't have free time. I don't have time.
Why? On the one go, you say you don't have time and you say you're volunteering. And let me come back to my numerology part on this. Like I told you,
We did say we were going to talk about numerology.
The number two people are they want to help other people, neglecting themselves.
Yes, you got it.
Yes, you're neglecting yourself. You are not your own priority. Right from the day one.
Yes, you nailed it. That is the reason why my book is not finished. That's the reason why I let myself get fat when I'm not going to the gym. That's the reason why I let people pull me around in all sorts of different directions. And it's difficult for me to succeed on my own level because I'm giving too much of myself away.
Yes. So when are you going to stop that?
Well, I don't know. I'm really bad at it. For example, so
let me share that. See, I'm not a normal coach. I combine a lot of things with coaching, like astrology, numerology. Not many coaches combine astrology and numerology. I do that. So
do you know that I'm a fire dragon? Okay, so I was born January 11th, 1977. I can't hear you. We're talking over each other. Okay, I was born January 11th, 1977. So I'm a fire dragon. Do you know that?
Fire dragon, I'm new to that term.
Okay, so you'll have to Google it because I'm serious. I have a power sign. I'm doing great. I just have to learn how to harness my fire.
Why that function not helping yourself?
Wait, I couldn't hear you.
Refresh browser. Refresh your browser.
I'll refresh it. Ready? Dun, dun, dun. Here I am. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Okay, good.
So you use astrology and numerology in your coaching.
Little tips and bait, trying to find out what's the right match for the person. I would not know about you. I'd like to have some background about you, but if I know your date of birth, that okay, she would be this. You would have a lot of tendency. Your people you like to be trying to portray to the world that you are independent, but you are not. You want someone to take care of you.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yes or wrong?
Every girl wants somebody to take care of them. That's a very terrible thing to say.
Yeah.
No, because this is the thing. So I have to think about that. So you know that I'm single, right?
Yeah, I know that.
And so this is the interesting thing about me being single is that there's all sorts of different types of men that send me messages that are interested in dating me. Some of those men are really wealthy and affluent and, lawyers that have these expensive and extravagant lives. And then there's people that are everyday people that, men that, are good at building things. And some of them aren't good at anything except for just looking good. And I don't know which person that I would choose because I look at myself, I'm like, should I choose a successful man so I will be taken care of, or should I be successful on my own right so that I can just have a boy toy that looks good that I can enjoy? What's more important to me? I guess that for me, yes, I'd like somebody to take care of me, but I don't want it to be something that I need. It's something that is just, it's nice to have. I want to be able to be powerful in my own right, which I guess, and no, I already am. So
what is your choice? These are your thinking. You're going this way.
Well,
so what do you really want?
Well, okay. So here's the thing. So far, most of the affluent men that message me are in their late 50s and 60s. They're older.
Okay.
And so,
Oh.
and because the affluent men that are close to my age, they're going for the trophy wives that are in their 20s and teens. It's just funny. Men like younger women. And so then I have to make the decision. Do I want to go and date a man that's wealthy but old?
Mhm.
Or do I want to make my own wealth and have a boy toy trinket trophy person? I don't know what I want yet. I really don't.
No, the answer would come somewhere from within you. So I guess it's fine to like two options, but answer is going to come within you.
And I think I guess that's the thing is I've been thinking about what really stimulates me as a human being, and I don't want a pretty face and an empty head. I want somebody with some character and some substance and direction for themselves. And there's a quote that I like that is that if you're the smartest person in the room, then you're in the wrong room. I definitely want to be with somebody that's smarter than I am, but not so smart that they're unrelatable and passionate. I want somebody that's passionate.
Okay, so you have the answer or not?
No, it's not. It's not answered. Still more complicated.
It's not answered. Like
No, I have to write a book about
still
it.
more complicated.
Yeah.
Book, another book or the same book?
So I'm writing a book series. So that the first book is almost done, like you said, but I wrote it kind of backwards. The first book has two parts. It has part 1 and part 2. The first book, I already know how it ends, and then the second book leads off to kind of where I'm at right now in life. So I'm writing a book series, and
Okay.
it really.
So the book has become a book series.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
One book.
What?
At least finish one book.
No!
Don't go think about the series.
I already know what the whole series is going to be. I just don't know how it's all going to end.
Write the last page first.
I already did. It's the last page is already written. Well, the series, I can't write the last page of the series because it is based on my true story of where I end up in life. And I know where I'm at right now, and I know how the first book ends. How's the second book going to end?
I am asking, have you written?
Wait, come back to me. I cannot hear you. Hello?
I'm asking you, have you?
I'm asking you, have you?
Refresh the browser.
Damn it. All right, here we go. Wait. Oh, I think I did it wrong. Can you hear me now?
Hello.
Hello.
Now can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
So it's not the problem with the system, your system, I believe.
It's not?
Be live today, but Facebook problem.
I think
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
So you're asking about my book.
Yeah, I was asking about the book. Have you written the last page of the first book?
Yes.
Then complete the story. You just have to complete the story within.
I'm working on it, but you're taking up all my time chatting here on Facebook. I could be writing right now.
Yes, go write. Don't teach English. Write book. Don't chat on Be Live. You're taking a lot of broadcast time.
Well, and so that's the thing is, so you're right. I have to make some choices and I have to let things go. And so I was volunteering to teach English and I can't. And then so somebody messaged me last week and they said, "Hey, Amber, I really would like your help with my wife. I'd like her. I want her to feel more comfortable learning English." And so he messaged me and I said, "No." I said, "I can't afford to help you learn English. I said, unless you want to hire me. I said, if you want to hire me, my rate is $25 for 30 minutes of time. And then he writes back and says,
Okay.
well, I want you to talk to my wife 5 days a week, but I don't know if I want to pay that much money. And so we have a consultation. And I talk to him and his wife, and I meet their 2 kids, and they're the nicest people. And so guess what I'm doing now? I wake up in the morning to talk to her, and I'm not charging him any money because she's really nice, and I feel guilty charging her money to talk to me. She's a nice person. But now I'm not writing my book because I'm trying to help her. And I'm not taking any money because I don't feel like she should have to pay to talk to me. See the problem?
I can see the problem. So is it okay if I suggest something to you?
Well, yes.
Okay, Google something called codependency. Next time you want to, right now, go ahead. Learn.
Here we go. I'm Googling. I love that we're doing a live session where you're my coach today. Okay, so we're gonna do codependency. Oh, I love studying about codependency. All right, here we go. Do you know that there's an audiobook called Codependent No More?
Not sure.
Codependency is a type of dysfunction helping relationship where one person supports or enables another person's drug addiction, alcoholism, gambling addiction, poor mental health, immaturity, irresponsibility, or underachievement. That is what it says via Google.
Behavior doing when you are trying to help someone at your home, like you want to write a book and you are volunteering to help someone learn English. So what is that behavior? You are a psychology student as well. So what this behavior would be?
Well, I don't really think that codependency is the term that I would use.
Okay. Why? But I'm just trying to find out, like, is it when you are neglecting the book?
You know,
when you're neglecting yourself.
I'm wondering if I.
Go ahead.
I see so many people in the world and so many people complaining that other people are selfish and that that there's not enough people that are truly altruistic and truly giving. And I guess that's the thing that I struggle with for myself is that I want to be successful, but not at the expense of other people. And there's a book that somebody gave to me along my journey called The Go-Giver. Have you read The Go-Giver?
Yeah, I've heard about it. I've not read it.
And it kind of goes in tune with the law of reciprocity. So this particular person that I'm helping, speak to, I look at it this way. I was like, okay, well, I could charge them $25 a day to talk to me, to have a 30-minute conversation, or I could spend the time because I believe that the person's worth it. And at the end of the day, it's all going to come back around in a positive way. You get from the universe what you put into it. And if I'm going out into the world and I'm trying to contribute more than I'm trying to take, I think that all of the things that I need and want are going to come to me the way that they should in due time. I guess that's just is I am struggling because I know that I'm at that spot where I really do need to focus. But at the same time, I'm also struggling with my own philosophies as far as, for example, this morning I'm listening to Women in Power. Cleopatra was the reason why I was listening to a documentary about Cleopatra is I was listening to another audiobook about the art of seduction. And the art of seduction is a book that teaches about how to get what you want from life by navigating different personality types, etc. So seduction isn't necessarily sexual. It is.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, and so I'm one of the things that I'm trying to do, and I'm is studying the people that are the ones that are able to rise to the top, etc. And many of them seem to be self-serving, almost to the point of being evil. For example, Cleopatra. Cleopatra had no problem killing her own family members and throwing her own lover under the bus. He ended up killing himself. So, and then like people like Donald Trump. Donald Trump is now president of the United States of America, and he doesn't seem to me to be one of the nicest, most giving people in the entire world. So do I need to be more like Cleopatra and Donald Trump to succeed? Or can I be somebody like myself and still make it to the top?
I see your dilemma. I'll again ask you the same question. Reading about Cleopatra or listening to them, does it help you write or not?
Yes. Yes.
Does it help?
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. So reading, research, etc. My book is based on a true story. In other words, it's not fiction. I'm not pulling things out of nowhere. And it is a book about growth and development. For example, you're a business coach. Well, I do quite a bit of coaching as well. I want the book to have useful information in it. And for me, understanding human behavior throughout history is a pivotal piece to that.
That's fine. I agree with you. What about spending on teaching English to someone? Does that help you writing the book?
Well, being that there's so many people in the world that are illiterate or they don't write, and even then, if you study business and you which I do because I love business, top 2 selling books are romance novels and self-help books or / business books. Those are the 2 best-selling demographics for writing books. On the flip side of understanding the research, there are an exorbitant amount of books that are written every year, and not very many of them become bestsellers. Why is that? So when I decided that I wanted to volunteer my time to help people in Pakistan or learn English, I looked at it as like, well, absolutely. If they're great at speaking English, then I will be able to. They'll be able to read my book. Now, you know what I mean? I guess that's just it. Yeah, I kind of feel like they do go hand in hand with each other. I would like to inspire more people to want to read and even understanding what they read. For example, the Quran. There's people that read the Quran and everybody interprets it a little bit differently. Understanding, reading comprehension, those are things that are important. Having those type of dialogues. Does it help me write the book? Yes and no. Maybe I'm writing about teaching English in my book. I will say that I'm writing about Pakistan in my first book. I'm also writing about the things that I'm doing here online in my first book.
I'm still not sure, like, if you talk and teach them English, that's one part of it. And if you write the book and you can help like millions of people, what would be more beneficial, like spending a time with or writing a book, completing the book so that it could reach about 1 million people?
Completing the book is more important, which is why I haven't taught my free English group in 2 weeks. I feel guilty about it every day. So I'm making the right choices ultimately, but I feel guilty about them. Just like the nice lady that I'm trying to help, feel more confident in speaking English. I'm going to have that conversation where I'm like, I don't have time to do this right now. And I think about it like 5 or 6 times a day, feeling guilty about needing to say no. I don't like to disappoint people. That being said, there's a lot of other people in the world, right? I'm not the only one that can help.
A lot of people who can help. Could suggest you to help some people. I have in my friend list who are asking for like they want to learn English, both speaking English and writing English. But then you have a more bigger role to play than just teaching them English. Like by writing a book, you would be able to help more people than just by teaching one person English, because there are like other people there are teaching English is not. It may be good for other people, but for you, there is a bigger role there, writing a book.
So, do you realize that you are an absolute angel for being here in my day today and giving me the pep talk that I needed? I really appreciate you.
So okay, great. So I wanna end this, but then I won't leave you right now. And so, like, when do you want to finish this book? Or do you have a smart goal for your book? So we'll spend some time on that. Like, let's see, when do you want to finish the book?
You know, I said that I wanted to have it finished by May 1st, and this is what I can tell you, is now that it's getting closer to being finished, when I sit down to write, it's taking me a lot of time. And my goal is to be able to write a chapter a day would be fabulous until I'm finished, and go in that direction instead of putting a date on there. A chapter a day would be fabulous.
So, like May 1st, like today we are on 24th, 6 days.
I can't get it done in 6 days. Right now, okay, so after I get done with this video, I have to call up a client. I'm going to spend an hour on the phone with her. Then I'm going to be editing. Then I'm going to be editing baby buddy pictures. Then I have another client that I have to edit her pictures. I have to clean my living room. I have to scrub my toilets. I have to do the dishes.
So I guess in the SMART goal, R part is missing. R means realistic. Like the goal is not realistic.
No, May 1st is not a realistic goal. What's realistic is being able to put the goal of, okay, I'm going to write a chapter every day. That's realistic.
Okay. Chapter every day is realistic.
Should be.
You have already written 4 chapters. So how much time did it take to write that chapter?
Well, and so this is the thing. So this last chapter, chapter 4, I still haven't been able to finish it, and I've been working on it for a week. And mostly it's because I sit down to try to focus, and other things start pulling me apart. I'll get an email from somebody. Somebody will send me a message on Facebook. My daughter messages me to say, oh, by the way, I know, I know I didn't give you notice, but I have an orthodontist appointment. I need you to take me there. It was just like I'm allowing a lot of other things to pull me off track.
Face deactivate button. You know that?
Okay.
I'm not asking you to deactivate. Joyce would be suggesting.
You're right. I need to focus, and I need to simplify.
I believe I'm pulling you apart.
No, but it's
just
good.
To recreate.
It's good for me. I need my
just
butt.
To recreate.
I will finish
just
my
to
book.
Recreate something you need to.
You know, you're stuck with me now.
Go ahead.
You're going to have to stick with me until I finish my book. I'm going to be stalking you on Facebook. Read my chapter. Read my chapter.
So that's fine, but then I need a SMART goal from you saying, okay, I'll finish my book by XYZ day.
Okay, fine. I'm gonna have my book finished by July.
July is not a specific date. I'm looking for a specific date.
July 4th. Wait, hold on. No.
July 4th.
Wait, no. I have a new date. Hold on 1 second. Bear with me. I have a date.
Okay.
It's
Okay,
significant.
go ahead.
It's significant to my life. So hold on a second. Hold on.
Good comment. You go ahead, and I have someone saying not charging is unfair to you. Instead of free, make a deal like charging monthly or weekly, or may reduce the cost.
That's a really, really.
So have a scene.
And that's another thing.
Not stuck. You have group coach, like you have good group. People have group coaching session. So you are in a group coaching session right now.
I love people so much. Do you see why I love people so much? Okay, so wait a minute. Date. Okay, so July 9th. July 9th is my date.
So we have about 18 watching us live, and I believe it'll have a multiplying effect throughout the world. Like about 1 billion people on Facebook will see it tomorrow, so they know that July 9th, when the book, the much awaited book, is going to get finished, completed. So 9.
Okay,
So
July.
no, I'm not complete yet. Like so we have a specific measurable. So yeah, it's meaningful and measurable. Like July 9th is the date. Achieve, like how much time did it take 4 chapters? Or okay, you not finished the. I see that, but there you have all chapters. So how much time did it take you to write those 3 chapters?
Some of the book went faster than others.
And as per my coach guru, you need a glass of water.
I'm not yawning. I need oxygen in my head. I need to.
Yeah, because there's a lot of energy shift, so you might get dehydrated. So get a glass of water.
Get a glass of water. I will get a glass of water.
Yeah.
You and I have been talking for an hour, so it's we should end. We should end this video. I will share it on my.
Just ending it.
I'm going to share it on my Facebook.
Okay.
July 9th is my official date. July 9th.
So
Smart
that's
plan.
fine, but is it attainable? Because you get stuck there every time you stuck on the A part.
It's attainable. I can do it.
Okay. So
Totally doable. I'll do it.
okay. So if it's attainable by your standard, we're just trying to see for the past, like what the history says. So you finished in how much time?
Well, so the first 60,000 words I finished in 3 months. I'm doing good. It's gonna happen. It's happening. Okay, so leave me with some wisdom before I go.
Yes?
Leave me with some wisdom before I go.
The wisdom is perfect income.
Drink water. Drink water, not
Drink
vodka.
water, not vodka, and you are whole, perfect, and complete. So the wisdom is within you. I'm
All right.
just trying to bring out that wisdom.
You know, I'm so grateful. You're wonderful.
Thank you.
So I have to go now.
But that's not my answer.
I have to go write my book now.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, go ahead. Write your
Bye.
sign with the complete book.
I'm going.
And before I end this broadcast, I'll like to thank my viewers who have been so kind listening to us. This was my intuitive on the spot and for Amber Gabriel, and we wish her that she completes her book by 9th July. We'll all get a copy of it. All those 14 people, she'll sign that book and send it to us all. So thank you. Have some closing remark.
Today is a beautiful day to smile. The life you live is a choice.
Okay, ending the session now.
Goodbye, farewell. I hate to see you go. The time has come. Goodbye.